I look like I'm wearing a push-up bra, but I promise I'm wearing a normal bra. Big boob problems. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very requested video from you guys, and it is a UK versus American high school video. If you guys are new to my channel, better subscribe, turn on your notification. You would not know that I lived in America for about 3 months. I'm moving back this year or early next year, and I went to American high school for about a month or two, and I live in England. I always have been going to English schools, but I've also been to an American high school, so I just wanted to compare the differences. I came out with 10 differences between UK and American schools. I hope you enjoy this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and let me know if you want me to do any other videos like UK versus America kind of thing, because a lot of you guys seem really interested about what America's like, so I'd like to do those videos for you guys. First difference is in American schools you have to do something called the Pledge of Allegiance every day before you start your lesson. I personally still don't know what it is, to be honest. Like, it's kind of this like speech thing that you say. You like thank America for everything. Americans are so patriotic, like it's a big thing, that they love their country. And you also have to thank the president in it or something, which it's hard to do when your president's Donald Trump, but still. You'd never do anything like that here in England. Like, that would be really strange to be like thanking the Queen and stuff, but something they do in America. You can't start lessons until you do the Pledge of Allegiance. The next difference is the school hours, and this is quite different, to be honest, from English schools and American schools. When I was in America, my school hours went from about 7:40 until 2:45 in the afternoon. That was my school hours. It was very difficult for those hours though, because I lived quite far from the school. I think I lived like 5 miles away from my school, so I'd take the school bus, and the school bus would turn up at like 6:30, so I would have to be ready for 6:30, so I'd have to wake up at 5 AM, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's just because I lived quite far from the school. And in England, my school hours were 8:45 till 3:15, and then at the school before that school, it was 8:45 until 2:55. So it varies, but I'm pretty sure a lot of American schools start at like 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not the greatest thing because you have to wake up so early, and even though recently I've been having a lot of problems with my sleep and I keep waking up really early and not being able to sleep properly, I would end up going to sleep about 10 or 11 o'clock and have to wake up at 5 AM every day, and it was just draining. The next difference is that the schools are so much bigger in America. This is kind of like a stereotype. People are like, oh yeah, American schools are so much bigger. I didn't believe it until I saw my school. It was so wide. It had like 3 floors. It was massive. It took me like a week to find my way around the school. I kept getting lost and kept getting tardies for being late. When I had no one to show me around, I had to learn the ropes by myself. So yeah, my science teacher kept giving me like lates and absences when I was in his class for no reason. So love you. In England, the schools are so much older. They're like old schools and stuff. So much smaller. Like, I feel like year 7s in England feel like, oh my god, the school's so big. But like, you go to an American school, you got another storm coming.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
The next point is pretty well known, but in case you didn't know, in England we have a summer vacation, and it's called the 6-week holiday. It's 6 weeks out of school, but in America you get 3 months or more off school. Like, my school that I go to, they break up in like early May and go back early September, which is basically 4 months. In England you get 6 weeks, and people in America moan about their summer vacations when, really? Come to England, see what it's like with our short ass summer vacation. The next point is something I absolutely love about American school. This is that exams in America don't really matter. So how it works, at least in my school, I don't know if it's over the board, a lot of these things could be different from other American schools, but a lot of them are pretty similar. The coursework and the work you do throughout the year, you'll get certain points per piece of work you do. Like, end of term, you get like a grade on it, and that will put a certain percentage on your overall grade at the end of the year. You have finals in America, which is like the end of year exams, a bit like GCSEs, but you do them every year, and that will determine whether you can move up in the year and go to the next year up, or if you have to stay in the year. yes, the whole being held back in classes is a real thing. In America, it's kind of like to graduate high school, it's not that you have to be in the year, you have to be in the top year to graduate. You have to do the work every year, get certain grades, a certain amount of points to pass high school. I think it's like 24 points. Each class you do has a certain amount of points that will be given if you pass that class. And you need a certain amount of points every year to be able to graduate high school. Some people graduate early, some people graduate 18, some people graduate at 20. I absolutely love how it's done in America, because in England it's like 0% coursework, everything's on your GCSE results, and it's like, oh my god, I can't cope because you're so stressed, you've wasted like 5 years in school, which didn't really matter, and now it matters. Also, it's about tests in America, is that you are basically given what will be on that test and what things to revise on that test. England, you have absolutely no idea. You're revising things that won't even be in the test, but in America they get given the stuff. They're like, here you go, this is what's on the test, you learn these things, you'll be sorted. The next thing I found really different from English schools in America is that people respect their teachers so much more, and the teachers respect the pupils so much more than they do in England. I don't know if it's just a particular school I went to. I mean, my school was kind of ghetto. We had police in our school, like all the time, all hours. Like our school had a police force, which kind of shows what it's like, because not all schools have that in America. But everyone just respects their teachers so much more. The teachers respect their students, they actually care. I'm not saying English people, like English teachers don't, but I just haven't really experienced that many teachers that actually care. I think it's because their job in England is so much more draining than it is in America, and they've kind of given up, and it's kind of sad. The next thing is about dress code in America. So a lot of people think, oh my gosh, it's amazing, you don't even have to wear school uniform at American school unless you go private. But the only thing is that the dress codes can be very, very strict in certain schools. I was lucky, I went to a school where the dress code was pretty much non-existent. I saw a girl with shorts literally up to her booty, like you could see her booty. I could wear this to school, like it's got like thin straps, like I think it's like the 3-finger rule, like it's meant to be like that, like the strap's meant to be that long. But in my school, they was all pretty chill, didn't really care what you was wearing. I saw girls in belly tops, girls in short skirts, girls with their boobs out, girls with their bums out. They don't really care. Also, you're allowed to wear as much makeup as you want in American schools, and also dye your hair whatever colour you want, which is another reason why I went through pink, red and black hair in America. And also piercings and stuff. I think some schools might care, but my school just didn't. In America, sports is a huge thing. You know, you see on the TV that sports is a big thing. It really is. Like, that's not even just like a stereotype. There's so many different like sports teams. Everyone supports their team. Everyone loves their school. Like, you're proud of your school. When you're in America, in England, everyone hates their school, like absolutely just hates it. But in America, you're like, yes mate, I go to this school and what? But sports teams are so important in America, it's like a big thing. But like in England, you have like one football team who's really shit, who plays and no one really cares. So yeah. The next thing is that school assemblies are completely different. In England, assemblies are really weird in kind of a small hall. In America, big ass hall, like massive hall. Everyone's there, like the whole school is there. I went to a school with like 1,500 people. A lot of people was there. And they just kind of like, I don't know, like people from different sports teams would go up there and be like, yes mate, I play for the sports team. People would do like weird dances and stuff. It's a weird atmosphere. In England, at least in primary school, we used to sing hymns, you know, thank Jesus for our life. But nope, not in America. And the last point I had to make is about safety. So, got a little story to tell you guys about my American school experience. So obviously you guys know, and you guys probably have heard all the horrible, horrible school shootings that have been happening in America and that keep happening. Thanks Trump for not doing anything. Cheers. I actually experienced a lockdown when I was at my school. Basically, a lockdown is where all the doors are shut, no one can get out and no one can get in to the school building, because there was some man outside who had been pestering girls all morning, like trying to grab them and stuff, like and he had a gun on him, or that's what I was told. So we had a lockdown, and thankfully we had a police force at my school, so he wasn't allowed in. It just kind of makes you think about how bad it really is, like how bad this whole gun shooting thing is in America. The fact that people still protect guns and act like it's okay for mentally ill people to purchase guns is crazy to me. You're contributing to the problem by not facing up to the problem, which is mentally ill people getting their hands on guns. I have a lot to say about the whole gun control issue. I think it's disgusting that people are dying and being killed over something that's easily preventable. Like, no one's saying take away the guns, they're saying put stricter rules on it. So vote for Bernie Sanders when you get the chance. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry about the music outside, it's really loud. Love you guys, I'll see you next video.